The Ukrainian armed forces are destroying Russian aviation. According to Andriy Kovalenko, head of the Center for Countering Disinformation at the National Security and Defense Council, the enemy lost a Su-30 and a Su-34 aircraft in a single day. And the destruction of these aircraft deprives Russia of half its annual production of such planes. Right now, let's talk about the outstanding achievements of Ukrainian hunters targeting Russian military equipment. Let's watch. The Ukrainian armed forces shot down another Russian Su-34 fighter jet. The aircraft's crew was killed. The general staff of the Ukrainian army confirmed that Russia lost another bird. There are two versions of how the Su-34 was destroyed. First, the aircraft near Snake Island was shot down by a Patriot system located somewhere in the Odessa region.
The alternative version of events, and this is mainly what prominent Russian media commentators and military bloggers are currently writing, is that the plane was not actually shot down, but rather crashed due to a sudden technical failure. Those are completely different things, and it supposedly crashed somewhere in the Kursk region. Why did they mention the Kursk region and a crash in Russia? Well, that's obvious. That means there was no new success for Ukrainian air defense, and there never was. It was just one of those things, an accident.
Russian war correspondents and public channels are all saying in unison that it was a plane crash and that there was no shoot down and couldn't have been.
We've lost our Su-34. Both pilots died. Snake Island, Odessa, or Patriot have nothing to do with it. Ours picked up on it and spread it too.
But since the Russian Ministry of Defense hasn't officially confirmed the loss of the plane, that suggests the Su-34 was most likely shot down in the Odessa region. This fighter jet is one of the key aircraft in Russia's tactical aviation. These bombers are frequently and consistently deployed for large-scale aerial bombardments on frontline and rear regions, particularly to drop guided bombs from significant standoff distances.
The Sukhoi Su-34 fighter bomber is one of the main combat aircraft of the Russian aerospace forces. Russia has reportedly lost approximately 25 of these advanced planes. Since, well, 20, starting from February 22nd. Generally speaking, the Russian Air Force has about 120 Su-34 aircraft, but now there's one less.
Monitoring channels are also reporting a possible loss by Russia of a Su-30 fighter jet. This was reported by the head of the Center for Countering Disinformation, Andriy Kovalenko, but the information has not yet been confirmed by the general staff. The Russian Air Force has long since lost its air superiority. The Ukrainian army has systematically taken out Russian fighter jets of various modifications. In 2025 alone, Russian military aviation lost about 24 birds.
Just last year, 5 military airfields were hit by our long-range drone strikes. The result? The enemy can no longer get 15 aircraft off the ground. Unique footage confirms the destruction of 11 fighter jets and bombers, Su-30SM, Su-34, Su-27, Su-24, MiG-31, 3 helicopters, Mi-28, Mi-26, Mi-8, and 1 An-26 transport plane. Along with the equipment, ammunition, and fuel depots at the airfields also went up in flames. In this way, the SBU's Alpha unit inflicted damage on the enemy worth more than $1 billion.
Since the start of the full-scale invasion, Russian aviation has already lost at least 435 aircraft and helicopters of various types. The aggressor's military-industrial complex is capable of producing no more than 10 Su-34 fighter jets per year. This is a very expensive and complex fighter to manufacture. The loss of each of these birds by Russia is a major success for Ukraine.